What's up, everyone? Today's topic is a pretty interesting topic that we don't see on YouTube or social media very often. Today's topic is how to squash beef. So, for you guys that don't know what beef is, it's basically a how to end a grudge or a failed relationship or failed friendship with someone. So that's what squashing beef is, basically reaching out to someone that you had a falling out with and you want to restore that relationship. So yeah. So anyways, I won't make this video too long. It's 5 steps, 5 easy steps that you can do to attempt to salvage a relationship or a friendship that went sour. So yeah, let's just dive right into this. Number 1. Oh, and by the way, you gotta do this in order, 1 through 5. This has to be chronological. You can't skip. You can't go 1, 5, 3, 4, or whatever. You gotta do 1 through 5. So, number 1 is objectively look at your own wrongs. What did you do wrong, or what did you neglect to do to maintain good relations? And so just to make it, I know that was a long step, to make it simple, is first basically you need to see what actions or lack of action did you do that helped contribute to the downfall of your relationship. So when you're doing this, you need to be completely honest with yourself. This isn't the time to try and cover up what you know you did wrong, but you don't want to admit it. You gotta leave your ego at the door. You gotta be completely honest with yourself. You gotta be brutally honest with what you did wrong. I know it's easier said than done, but you gotta just swallow your pride and just admit to yourself that I did this wrong or I failed to do this. It doesn't make you, I know it's hard to do, it's easier said than done, but if this person or if this relationship is really important to you, like you say it is, then you're gonna get over your pride, you're gonna get over your ego, you're gonna get over whatever it is that's holding you back from admitting your wrongdoings. So yeah, that's the very first step, is just look at yourself from an outside perspective and just keep it 100, just be real with yourself. What did you do? What did you fail to do to help foster a good relationship with the other person? And a key thing while doing this too is that just worry about yourself. Don't worry about what the other person did or what the other person said or what the other person failed to do. Don't just leave that. Just don't go down that road. Just leave it out. Only you. What did you do wrong? Point to yourself in the mirror. Don't worry about the other person or other things. It's strictly about yourself. All right. So let's go on to number 2. Is okay. Now that you've gotten over yourself and you've realized and you've pinpointed exactly what, now it's time to take full responsibility for your actions. So when I say full responsibility, that's exactly what I mean. Full, F-U-L-L, full responsibility, not, oh, it was partially my fault, but it was also that person's fault, and it was the circumstances, it was blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. Full responsibility, totally you yourself, 100% on you. That's the only way to do it. Because if you're not taking if you're not going to go all the way 100% with it, if you're not going to take full responsibility, then why should the other person take you seriously, or why should they even entertain trying to mend your relationship? So you gotta be, I know this is very simple, I'm trying to explain it, but I'm trying to explain it to make it sound like deeper or something, but it's not that deep. It's 100% like me or Mark or whatever your name is. I take 100% responsibility for my actions that led to the demise of this relationship. Take full responsibility, because when you do that, not only are you recognizing that you did something wrong, you're also letting the other person know that you take accountability for yourself. And when you take accountability for yourself, the other person is more likely to have respect for that and have respect for you. Because if you're kind of on the fence, or if you're I guess wishy-washy, or if you're not all in on admitting your faults, if you're not all in on recognizing yourself, so basically the best way to say it is that when you take full responsibility for yourself, you're admitting to yourself and you're admitting to the other person that I'm not a perfect person and I'll never be a perfect person, but that doesn't mean I cannot learn from my mistakes. So just to make it very simple, is when you take full responsibility, you're essentially saying to yourself and saying to the other person is that, yeah, I know I'm not a perfect person, and I'm able and willing to learn from my mistakes and to grow and be a better person and be a better friend to you. So that's the bottom line. And again, when you're taking full responsibility for your actions, do not point the finger at the other person. Again, this is not the time to talk about what the other person did. Again, just cut that out. Don't worry about that. Again, only focus on yourself and only focus on taking responsibility for yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all you can do. You can't take responsibility for other people's actions because you don't control other people. And just don't worry about the other person. Just keep it all to yourself. Because if you do try to point the finger while taking responsibility for yourself, like if you're also trying to throw in shots at the other person or trying to challenge the other person, that could lead to a breakdown in communication. And you don't want to do that. You don't want the other person to close their ears. You don't want the other person to just say, forget it, I don't want to listen to you, or I don't want to fix this because you're trying to pin this on me, or you're just trying to argue with me like we argued before. So again, this is all about you. Don't worry about the other person. All right, number 3. Now that you've recognized what you did wrong, and not only did you recognize it, you took 100% responsibility for it. Now it's time for the other person to tell their side and their story. And it's important that you just listen. Do not argue or challenge them. Just listen. Again, this is not a time for back and forth or trying to debate each other, because all that's going to do is just bring up old stuff from the past, and it's going to bring up just the same arguing or the same disagreeing you had before. And it's not going to help you now because that's in the past. And at this moment in time, the main objective is trying to restore the relationship. So again, a person's turn to say their side of the story, just listen and that's it. Do not interrupt them. Do not try and say, oh, that's not how it happened. No, simply listen. All right, number 4. You've said now it's time to apologize for yourself. Just be as genuine as you can be and just say, hey, my bad. I apologize for whatever happened. It was my fault, and I want to apologize to you sincerely. And then when you do that, if the other person, don't force them to apologize. If they want to apologize on their own, let them apologize and fully accept it. Don't try to accept an apology based on certain terms or conditions. Just accept whatever apology you get from them. Because we want to keep this as positive as we can. We don't want to bring up any old negativity from the past. So if the other person chooses to apologize, just listen and just fully accept the apology however they want to apologize. It's their apology. They can do it however they want. It doesn't have to be this fancy, somber, It doesn't have to be this amazing speech or soliloquy from the other person. Just accept the apology however it is from the other person. It's theirs and only theirs, and your apology is yours and only yours. All right, so the last step is once you apologized and the other person's apologized, both of you guys agree to leave the beef in the past. Just water under the bridge. Just leave it alone. Just don't agree to not go back there. And then once you've agreed on that, agree to a new beginning and to start up the relationship again on a positive note. Just keep it very, very positive. Again, we don't want to bring up bad things from the past. So just agree to, okay, that's the past, forget it. Let's start off as positive as we can. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope these steps can help you in trying to restore or just trying to be on good terms with a former friend or colleague or whoever it is, acquaintance. I hope it helps you guys because I have personally used these steps myself to restore friendships that have fallen out. And, it worked out great for me because I was able to, of course, be friends with the people again. And honestly, like, after the beef and after reconciling, my friendships with the people I used to have beef with, the friendships are even stronger than ever. It was stronger than what it was before. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. I hope this video helps you. And sorry if I was rusty today. I haven't recorded a video in a really long time, since like five months ago or something. But anyways, thanks for tuning in and see you later.